Say hey, Yellow Jacket football fans. Welcome to Locker Room Predictions, being brought to you by the Calhoun Touchdown Club. And joining me this week, as they have every week, to my left is Calhoun's head wrestling coach, Luke Green. Luke, you and I got to watch a really good Barry victory last week. How are you doing?
They put it on them last week. They're in San Antonio this weekend.
Yes.
Parents are leaving for Baton Rouge today. They're halfway point to San Antonio, but doing well.
Are they driving?
They're driving.
Okay.
Dad don't fly.
Dad does not fly?
Dad does not fly.
And also joining us is our head football coach, Coach Clay Stevenson. Coach Clay, how you doing?
I am great. I'm great. Ready to get these picks rolling.
All right, here we go. Let's roll. Let's review last week. Okay, so last week, Coach Clay, you were the winner, 15 out of 20, 75%. Congratulations.
Thank you, sir.
Next up was myself with 14 out of 70. Luke was third with 13 out of 20. I think I said 14 out of 70. It's 14 out of 20. And Tucker had a little bit of a rough week, but he did get 12 right.
Well, put him in his place.
Little comeuppance for a young
That's
boy
right.
growing up. Okay. So for the season, Tucker ended up 27 for 47. I do not know if we'll get him back. It just depends on what we can work out with the principals and superintendents. So for the season, I'm leading away with 109 correct for 73%. In second place is Coach Clay, 108 correct at 72%. And Luke is making his comeback after that one bad week. He's at 107. We're right there, 109, 108, 107.
It's a tight race this year.
Oh, it is tight. It is ready to go. All right, let's start off with our high school picks. First up are the Yellow Jackets as they take on, depending upon what site you look at, it's either Heritage Catoosa or Heritage Ringgold. But they are located on Battlefield Parkway, close to LFO High School. Coach, Luke, what do you think, Yellow Jackets or Heritage?
Of course I'm going to take Calhoun.
Yeah, looking forward to it. It's a a new game. We've never played them. Didn't know much about them until this year when they're in our region. They're a very hard nosed football team. So looking forward to a good night.
I just know they play really good softball. That's not the football team.
That's correct.
Yeah, but I'm going to pick the Yellow Jackets also. I think they get the job done. Hopefully we can clinch a region championship this Friday. So,
Right.
And it is senior night for the teams. A lot going on. Our next pick is Gordon Central versus our Murchie. Gordon Central comes in with a 3-5 record, and they have a wonderful opportunity to get close to that 500 mark. And tomorrow night's the first step.
Looking at some common opponents and scores, I think GC has the edge here, so I'm going to take the Warriors.
Yeah, I think Gordon Central gets the win. It should be a good matchup.
Yeah, I think so too. Gordon Central, I think, is going to get the win. I think they're favored by 7 points, whatever. But I think Big Blue gets the job done. They're at home. Their last home game of the season, I believe. Next up is Sonoraville at Union County. Union County comes in with a 4-4 record, 4-2 in the region. Union County is plus 14.
And I'm going to take Union County.
Yeah, it should be a good one. It's a pretty place over there. Sonora's got to go on the road. Is this their last game, or they got two?
Two more.
They got two more. Yeah, it should be a good matchup.
You've been to Union County?
Yeah, it's very pretty.
Is it a nice place? I'm going to pick Union County also. Hopefully Sonoraville, the Phoenix, pull an upset and get a victory. Next up is Rome versus New Manchester. Rome comes in with a 5-2 record. They're number 10 in the composite rankings, number 9 in 5A. They take on New Manchester. New Manchester has a 7-1 record. What do you think with the Wolves being favored by 20?
Yeah, I'm going to take Rome.
Yeah, 7-2 record by the end of Friday night for New Manchester. Rome big.
Yeah, I think Rome's going to get the job done also. Cartersville takes on Hiram, and Cartersville with a really good record, 9-0. They're number 2 in the state in 4A. They're favored by 28. Hiram comes in with a 5-4 record. Not the year they had last year, but still a good ball team.
I think Cartersville keeps it rolling.
Yeah, who picked you picked Cartersville last week?
Yes.
You're the only one, I think.
Yes.
Cedartown had their chances, got it in there a couple of times. We watched it on the way back from Gilmer. We pulled it up and watched the last about quarter. It was a back and forth game, but Cartersville pulled it out in the end against Cedartown. I think they're going to win this one pretty big.
Yeah, I think so also. I hollered at Luke at the Barry game last Saturday, and I said, did you hear how they scored? It was on a scoop and score. The scoop and score was the score before the final touchdown. Yeah. But Cartersville did win. I think their Hurricane keep it going. Peach County versus Cairo or Cairo, however,
Syrup makers.
the syrup makers.
Do you have a spread on this?
Yes, I do. Peach County is favored by 13. Cairo is 6-2, and Peach County comes in at 7-1. Cairo's number 7 in 3A, and Peach County's number 2. That's why I got this on here.
Gotcha. Okay. That's what I need to know. I'd already picked Peach County, but I needed some reassurance.
There you go.
Give me
I think Peach County as well.
Yeah, I'm going to pick Peach County also. The last time I was at Peach County, we had a tough ball game down there, and as we were finishing up broadcasting, closing the window fell out and hit me on top of the head. And Barry and Clint about passed out because I thought, well, we're going to go to the hospital. Yeah. But it hit me on the hardest part of my body.
And we had a bus wreck on the way.
Yes, yeah.
I was not here for that.
Yeah, it was an interesting night.
Your dad was.
My dad was here for that. The other Coach Green.
There was a green with you.
Yes.
All right, our last high school pick is going to be Fannin County at Christian Heritage. This is a nice matchup. Fannin County comes in at number 3 in A1, the top level of A. They are 8-0 on the season. Christian Heritage comes in at number 12 on the composite rankings. Fannin County's number 4. Christian Heritage 7-1 on the season, and they have an electric offense.
Fannin.
Yeah, I think the Rebels of Fannin County get the win.
Yeah, you turned me on to Fannin County several weeks ago, and I'm going to stick with Fannin County. We're going to move on to the college part. Oregon hosting Illinois, or the Illini, however you want to say it, guys.
I'm not going to say it because I'm going to pick Oregon.
Yeah, I'm going to go Oregon as well.
I'm going to go Oregon as myself also. Up next, there's 2 Techs. Georgia Tech travels to Virginia Tech, a beautiful campus. Georgia Tech didn't have Mr. King with him last week, and I don't think they're going to have him this week either. Quarterback.
I like Virginia Tech here.
Yeah, I'd like to go with Georgia Tech, but going on the road without a quarterback, I think they keep it close, but Virginia Tech gets the win.
Yeah, I think Virginia Tech's going to get this win also. Penn State is all the way up to number 3 in the nation as they visit Wisconsin Camp Randall Stadium, and that student section is famous for standing the whole time and jumping up and down, and they get a little boisterous and probably a little bit lewd with their remarks.
There's a part of me that wants to pick Wisconsin, but then there's a part of me that's 2 games behind, and I'm not going to pick stupid, so give me Penn State.
Not going to pick stupid again.
Again.
Okay, all right.
Again.
To clarify that. I'm going to go Penn State as well.
I'm going to go with the Nittany Lions also. They have shown the ability to pass, and if they can get a 2-touchdown lead, it takes their coach Franklin out of serious play calling at the end of the game, which he's not really good at, in my estimation. OSU versus Nebraska.
Ohio State fan coming out, ain't he?
Ohio State. Ohio State.
Ohio State as well. Yeah,
I'm going to go with another state university and pick the Buckeyes. This is for my darling bride. I think Nebraska's got a decent ball team. They just haven't been playing well the last 2 weeks. All righty, here we go. We talked about this before we got on the air. Texas at Vandy, and I think all 3 of us wanted to pick Vandy. What did we pick?
Every part of me wants Vandy to win this game. It will make my Saturday if they do, but I'm picking Texas.
Yeah, I think Texas wins, bounces back and wins big.
When I put this on the sheet, I'm looking, maybe a little bit of a downer. They just played Georgia and Vandy. People forget Vandy had a very good victory the very first game of the season. They're legitimate with as anybody can be legitimate, at 25 ranking. But I'm going to go with the Longhorns also. Miami versus hosting Florida State University. And at the beginning of the year, this was a big game.
Kane's going to roll.
Luke is shaking his head. No.
Yeah, I kept thinking at some point,
yes,
the real Florida State would stand up. And maybe that happens Saturday, but I don't think so. I think the Hurricanes get the win.
Even if they do, Cam Ward's still going to score 50, so.
Yes, sir.
The man is a cheat code.
Yeah, he's good. I'm going to pick the Hurricanes also. LSU at Texas A&M, and I'm having difficulty with this one, guys.
I am too. Being at Texas A&M, that's tricky, but I like the Tigers here. I think Nussmeier, that's it. I think he has another great game.
I think the home team gets the win with the Aggies.
I had circled before you made your pick, Luke. I had circled Texas A&M. I'm going to go with the home team. I think this is going to be a real slobber knocker affair.
I think that's the first time we've picked different of each other today.
Oh, is it really? Wow.
I might be wrong, but I think it is.
Clemson hosting Louisville. Wow, Clemson. I mean, they're on a roll. And this is a dangerous game. Louisville's got a nice team.
Clemson keeps it rolling.
Okay.
Yeah, I think after that opening game, Clemson's been rolling. I think they get the win at home.
I'm going along with the Tigers also, or as its alias is Calhoun alumni. Notre Dame at Navy. What do you think?
I'm going to pick stupid here.
Okay.
It's at Navy.
It is at Navy.
Navy is rolling. I want the midshipmen. So give me Navy.
We've got to be able to get those
triple option.
The covers for your paper.
Yeah.
I didn't look
in
at your
between
paper.
picks. His neck's hurting.
I'm not.
Trying to look over here and look at the picks. I'm picking game by game though, so you can't look ahead. Notre Dame at Navy. I think Notre Dame goes on the road and gets the win.
I'm going to go with the Fighting Irish, but Navy scares me. They can throw the ball. They've got a passing offense that goes with their run game, that triple option.
Who did you go with?
Notre Dame.
And Notre Dame. Okay.
And DU.
This is where I'm going to lose this week, but oh well.
Bama is hosting Missouri. Missouri kind of surprised me last week. They started playing well again. Bama's defense, I don't know, guys. What's going on over at Bama? There's too many antics on the sideline.
I do think they get back in order this week. I think Bama wins this game.
It's been comical to sit back and just watch critics, I guess, or pundits just talk about the differences in this and that. Obviously, Tim DeBoer was one of the best coaches in the country,
right? Or
Alabama would not have hired him. He didn't forget how to do it in a 6-game stretch. So it's been kind of amusing to sit back and watch, see everyone's opinion. I think Alabama gets the win. Everybody forgets, I think, 27 players left after Coach Saban retired. So
exactly.
We can lay off DeBoer for a little while.
My favorite
Alabama gets the win.
Now,
if they lose next week, we may have a different.
My favorite are the ones
conversation
that say because he doesn't wear a collared shirt, he can't coach at Alabama.
That's correct.
All right. I thought Coach Clay, as you mentioned with pundits, I thought one pundit that I heard this past week say, this is a transition year for the whole program, for the coach, for the players, etc. Bama's going to be okay. I'm going to pick Bama. Army versus Air Force, our second matchup in the Commander Cup race. Air Force is not having a good year, and Army's having a really good year.
And I'm going to stick with Army.
Yeah, I think Army gets the win. Quinn Smith at Air Force had a touchdown maybe 2 weeks ago.
Oh, is that right?
So hopefully he has a great game, but I think Army's just too good this year.
I agree, and I hope Quinn does have a good game. I'm going to go with Army also. Our NFL picks, and I'm going to have to decide what to do here before we get real serious about this. But go ahead. Luke, you're up.
I'm going with the Dirty Birds, and I made that pick without looking at Coach Stevenson's paper, so he can't accuse me on this one.
That's right. I don't know if the Bucs are going to have any receivers left to throw to, so give me the Falcons on the road.
I'm going to go with the home team, with the Bucs. And their last pro pick are the Buffalo Bills at Seattle. Seattle got our Falcons last week.
I didn't see that down there. Give me the Bills.
Yeah, I think I didn't get to watch the game. I guess Cousins had a few picks.
Yes.
That was the difference in the game. But Josh Allen's just too good. You go with quarterbacks. He's obviously one of the best ones in the NFL, so I think they go on the road and get the win.
I'm going to pick the Bills in that one also. I didn't know that what you mentioned, Coach Clay, about the Bucs and their wide receivers out. I may have changed my mind. But I'm going to stick with my picks. Too late. I've already got it circled. Folks, we really appreciate you listening. Thank you for listening, and we hope your picks are better than ours. You've been listening to Locker Room Predictions brought to you by Calhoun Touchdown Club.